Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keyboard Warriors on a Saturday night. We are the Keyboard Warriors. I made a lot of Fred Kirby shooting the shit on the last second shit. It was funny because uh, I may have been partaking in what you're partaking currently a little while ago, and I'm on this little fella.
Oh shit!
It's been a
Holiday weekend.
it's been a motherfucker for holiday. I'm not. So I mean, I don't even know what's about me, but I'm not a holidays guy at all. I can't stand it. Like I'm
Oh son.
at all, bro. So it's like I do it for the kids, right? That's it, which is cool. But me personally, I'm just like, I don't need to be around all these people. Leave me alone, dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's all good. So it's gonna be a very smoothish, maybe a little erratic. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in the show? Okay, we got an hour with you motherfuckers. We'll see what we say, what we don't say. All right, but on today's show, Connie Mac's upset. UFC 282 get the shake up. UFC Orlando next weekend. But kicking off on the show, man, massive upset. Massive upset. Kayla Harrison takes the L last night. PFL World Championship. The one fight everyone thought was a gimme, dude. Like, I don't know. Did you watch any of the event?
Nah, I didn't watch any of it, man. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't even hear about that. I didn't even know that she
No,
lost until you just now said something.
no shit. So it was PFL's first pay-per-view, right? And
Oh,
which is not um me, everyone that went when we first heard. First of all, when we heard it was actually like gonna be a pay-per-view, it wasn't it wasn't with a lot of time, right? Like with UFC, you know what papers are going to be when and all that. Like PFL waited till the last second, almost last second. So you could tell that there's no way they didn't know that they're not going to get many buys and all that. Kayla Harrison, in fact, herself said it before the event. She was like, I'm kind of annoyed by it because they didn't tell us shit to like recently, and we didn't really get a chance to, to promo this damn thing. So $50 if you wanted to buy it. I don't know many people that did. I did watch it. Actually, dude, I did a fight campaigning for it just for the Mariah's fight, which is the last prelim in the entire main card. I was on here for K side. I was on here for 5 hours, bro, straight.
ooh.
No, it was actually a lot of fun. I had like an average of like 45 people on the stream at once because
Oh
well, that tells
shit.
you how many people didn't buy it. Like most people did not buy it, so they came on here just to like hear about it. I guess it was cool. It was a good time,
Right, right,
but
right.
but uh but yeah, so going to the fight, everyone, dude, it was like Harrison was like a minus 750 favorite. It was ridiculous. But as the fight was going on and getting further, and the way Pacheco was fighting, it started getting more even. At one point, we had even money, minus 115 both ways. It was wild shit. And then, but at the end of the fight, I felt I had Pacheco winning 3 rounds to 2, and everybody thought that the judges were gonna find a way to give it to Kayla Harrison. When they didn't, man, I was like, holy shit. Like this is not. I would say I'm not gonna call it a Ronda like style or Ronda magnitude loss because Ronda got finished. Like she got embarrassed twice. But Kayla Harrison taking an L like that, like, and it gets a lot of things. But the upset aside, we don't have to even talk about the fight because you didn't watch it. And I mean, I can tell you right now, it was actually Otis can tell you about it. Hold up, what up?
Well, look, I just want to throw this out here, man. Look, here's the thing. I understand, and if I'm not mistaken, Kayla Harrison is from Middletown, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
I'm not mistaken about that, which is like
No, you're good.
fucking 40 minutes from where I'm at. So
Mm-hmm.
hometown fucking hero, low key. Like we fuck with Kayla here, no doubt about it. But I think and listen, man, there have been a lot of fighters who have made the transition to the UFC and done
Mm-hmm.
very well, a la a Daniel Cormier from Strikeforce. There are some cats that came over from Bellator that did well. Michael Chandler might not be winning, but he's making a hell of a name for himself and he's doing well in very high profile fights. All that being said, you have to really temper your expectations about a fighter who is smashing people not in the UFC. And quite frankly, definitely somebody who's smashing folks not in the UFC or Bellator. Excuse me. I know I understand the hype. The hype was justified, but all that being said, bro, she's beat nobody. She's beat nobody. And now she just got beat. And I'm not trying to be a cunt here, kind of by a nobody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even really fair, all due respect to you, to bring up Ronda Rousey.
Sure.
Ronda may have lost a lot worse, but she also won a lot better at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda's got first round arm bars in the UFC for the belt against top 10 female fighters of all fucking time. Like, just, keeping it a bean for a minute here, Kayla Harrison didn't even make it to the UFC. Now, before all you little hardcore snobs out there get your panties in a wad, I realize she could have made it to the UFC, and short of contract negotiations, she probably would have been there already. All that being said, she wasn't fucking there. She wasn't 2-3-0 in the UFC. It's you cannot be that surprised when a fighter loses outside of the UFC, in my opinion. Nobody's so fucking good. I mean, listen, long gone are the days of the fucking Fedors. Fedor was the last of the Mohicans, Jack. Can you say that anymore? Is that fucking rude? Am I like offending the natives by saying that? Okay.
I don't think so.
Fedor's the last of the Mohicans. There is nobody else out there where if they lose outside the UFC, we can all be fucking, shocked or some shit.
Right.
If you ain't even made it to the UFC yet, like I don't want to say that you're not that good, but in a weird fucking sort of way, you ain't that fucking good. Like, you're just not there yet. Even if you could. We can pontificate all day long about what Kayla might have done in the UFC.
Yeah.
The reality is she hasn't. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a shocking loss, but all things considered, not exactly, again, not Ronda fucking Rousey or fucking George getting knocked out by Matt Serra, no shit. She hadn't even really got to that point yet.
Right. And the reason I bring Ronda up is because, as Frederick just said, Kayla talked way too much. Kayla Harrison was talking shit about who was Cyborg beaten. At least Nunes beat Ronda when she was when she was hot. She wasn't. She talked about just a handful of fights, right? But she was saying Cyborg ain't beat nobody else of the stuff. I don't know what everyone's talking about is fighting. It's not gonna be a big deal. I was with you on the same thing, right? I was like, who has Kayla Harrison beat? She didn't fight nobody. Right? So that alone to me was just like, I was shocked that Pacheco won. Or no, I was shocked that Kayla Harrison lost.
Right.
But because of how dominant she's been in the PFL. She already beat Larissa. She beat her twice.
Right.
Finished her once, went decision once. But I was just shocked at the way it went down, man. The way she lost and everything. Afterwards, like, you got to hand it to Kayla. She went, did the media thing. She was like, "Hey, I just lost in front of the whole world or in front of everybody, and it's gonna hurt for a while." And fair enough. So we'll see how she comes back and everything. But man, like, all the shit they were trying to do, everyone was talking about. Let's do Cyborg, Kayla Harrison. Do you think she could beat Chris Cyborg at this point?
I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe styles make fights. You never know. If Cyborg don't knock her out in the first 20 seconds and she gets a hold of Cyborg and wrestles her to the ground, anything's possible. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Don't fucking matter now. She done took that L. I tell you what, you know what I fucking learned from this fight? They better do goddamn John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. Let's not fuck around. Let's not fight unless Francis is gone. But if that's possible, my fucking point is, make the fight now. Fuck all that building shit. Right now in boxing, Gervonta Davis and what's the cute little Mexican
Ryan Garcia.
Name? Ryan Garcia are supposed to fight. Massive fight. I thought they signed the fucking fight. Little did I know. And of course, boxing being the fucking twats they are, now they both have fucking fights that they're supposed to win first. Excuse me. Now, they probably will win those fights. But the fucking combat sports gods being the cunts that they are, we might not get that fight. Because if either one of them happens to lose that fight in the meantime to some fucking unknown assailant, it cracks a major hole in this huge fight. Just do the fucking fight. For fuck's sakes. Like,
for real.
This on all this weigh-in and we'll do this, man. If there is a major fight to be had, do it. Kayla Harrison versus Cyborg
should have done it already.
That was the female fight to make outside of the UFC, period, bar none. By a country mile, that was the fucking female fight that would have garnered the most interest outside of the UFC right now, period. Now, I mean, you could do it, but it now that Kayla's taken that L, it loses a lot of its mystique. Kayla at least needs to get a couple more wins under her belt now. Like, you can't do the fight now.
Oh, not only does she have to get wins, they have to be convincing wins and against somebody. Not have to be a cyborg, but they gotta be somebody. Because she went from being a wonder where everyone's like, "Oh, I wonder how good she really is. Can she really beat this girl? Can she beat that girl? Can she beat Cyborg?" to Who the fuck are you?
And,
Who
and
are
let
you?
me let me tell you something. Motherfuckers can shit on Conor McGregor all they want,
Yep.
but the reality is, it's only a couple people that's beat Conor. It's only, and they're very high-ranking guys. Now,
Yep.
I say that to say this: Kayla should have took, in my opinion. Now, this is just Daddy Fred's opinion. In my opinion, getting knocked out by Cyborg is better than losing to Larissa Pacheco.
100%.
It just you. I
100%.
bring up Conor because Conor was always willing to take that big fight. So when he lost to Habib, it wasn't really that big of a deal because it's fucking Habib.
Mm-hmm.
Had he lost to fucking, you know, Bobby King Green, all due fucking respect, it matters a lot more. You lose to Cole Miller and your fucking career is never the fucking same. You understand me? Like, it's different. Take those big fights. If there's a big fight and you feel remotely ready, I mean, don't get me wrong, unless you're like a young fighter and you are, if we're trying to sort of get you there, it's one thing. But Kayla Harrison should have just took the Cyborg fight. Fuck it. You either beat Cyborg or you lose the Cyborg, but you lose to Cyborg. Not a bitch you done beat twice already. Now, again, a lot of people can say, well, she's beat her twice.
Yeah.
She'll beat her if they fight a fourth time, and she probably will.
Yeah.
None of that matters. She's got her first L to this bitch she done beat twice. It makes it sloppy. It makes it messy. I tell you what, I, for one, as somebody who just does not have enough mental capacity to watch all these fights, makes me care a little less.
Yeah.
Like, I've almost become a casual within my own sport. There's just too many
too much shit.
Fights. There's too much shit, man. Between bare knuckle shit, goddamn Gordon Bryan dominating jiu-jitsu, cocksucking boxing's coming on. There's too much shit. So I need you, if you are not a high-ranking fucking boxing match or the UFC, I need you as a fringe combat sports hardcore to fucking grab my attention. Say, motherfucker, you need to tune into the PFL or bare knuckle cocksuckers or Bellator, whatever the fuck, or One Champion. I need you to demand my attention because that shit is currency right now, and I don't got a lot of it.
100%, dude. And it made me laugh because so there's not going to be any UFC from December 17th, 13th, whatever that fucking next event. Let me put it because this matters. Okay, so UFC 2, no, the Kennedy Strickland fight on December 17th, the last UFC card of the year. From December 17th to like January like 10th or some shit, like some around that area, there's no UFC card, right? And yeah, so that's exactly what's going on, right? So there's no UFC card. I don't know. I haven't looked to see where else there is, and there's not gonna be much. But it made me fucking laugh because Mac tweeted out about it, and I responded to his tweet. I said something like, "I love that because first of all, I like a fucking break, Jesus, but I like that first card back, regardless of like who's on it, everyone's so hyped for it because it's a first UFC card back. You're excited about it and everything, and people were giving me shit. I'm just like, motherfuckers, but it's the same fans that say, oh, the UFC's watered down. This card's weak. This card's ass. Whatever are the same motherfuckers that logged on that came on the internet today and said, wait a minute, there's no UFC tonight. Like, bitch, what the fuck kind of shit fans are you? Like, bitch, it's like damn if you do, damn if you don't with the UFC. Goddamn, and I know it's like a little bit off the subject and shit, but I've been drinking. But regardless, Kayla Harrison, you got to make me care now. And if Pacheco loses, and she better hope Pacheco keeps on winning. Because if Pacheco loses, I'm not going to give a fuck about a rematch. Like, fuck the rematch. I will not give a shit. And Kayla Harrison can go off and stay in PFL and win her $1 million every other year or whatever. But you're right, man. I that's the worst loss Harrison could take. And if Pacheco loses, even worse. Even worse.
For sure.
Let me catch on this. Otis is going off in the comments. So sorry, Otis. I'm going to start putting your shit up right now. Not an upset. Harrison is too one-dimensional, 100%. That lay and pray mess only goes so far. Not to mention, Pacheco got really like a lot better defensively on the ground, and Kayla Harrison can do shit with her. That was wild.
And here's the reality: the sport has evolved enough now that if you are a one-trick pony, even if that's a very good trick, motherfucking coaches will game plan your trick.
Yeah.
They done fought you twice. You won twice. This is not 1997. You're very good. But if all we got to do is worry about that lay and pray mess, we gonna figure that out. Like, you got to add more. That's why, and don't get me going. I won't get to Otis's comments, but that's why I always am annoyed with the Habib thing. I still think Habib ultimately was a one-dimensional fighter that was, a fight or two away from somebody tweaking that, just getting just enough for him to not pull that bullshit and knocking him the fuck out. And that's not even me being a hater. It's just like that one-dimensional fight shit is only going to take you so far, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Sorry, there's a bunch of fucking comments here. I'm gonna get to your fight announcement here in a second there, Otis. Pacheco is more offensive and attacking 100%. All the users fighting Kayla still doesn't have striking, and she probably won't. Ronda fought better competition. You're 100%.
Fact, dude.
Yep. Kayla talk way too much. Frederick, what's up, dude?
Fact.
That's why I'm wondering why Pitbull hasn't come to UFC yet. Don't wonder. Is I think Pitbull, okay. Pitbull would do great. I think like Chandler, not necessarily the best, but very entertaining. 100%. Right. But I think Pitbull will have a hard time. I think we have a much harder time than Chandler does. Pitbull's really good. He's really good on Bellator.
He can make 45, right?
Sure. Yeah, he's 45.
He'd have to. Oh, he is a 45.
Yeah, his brother. So it's fucking dumb. Patricio Pitbull, 145. Patricky, his brother, is 155.
Right. Well, whoever fucks at 155 will have to cut to 45. And whoever's at 45 probably got to cut to 35 because it's just like that.
Exactly. All right. Harrison Nunes was right there for the making. Dude, it's exactly our point with the Jones and Ngannou shit. Make the fight before one of these motherfuckers loses. Now, with Davis and Garcia, watch one of them lose. And there goes that fight.
Right. That's going to piss me the fuck off.
It's like, dude, it's like, goddamn. Oh, you know what pisses me the fuck off right now with boxing? Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence.
Yeah.
Fight was, I thought it was agreed. I thought it was signed. And out of nowhere, they don't do it. So, I saw Espinoza, the Showtime dude that works on that kind of shit. And I'm like, why isn't that fight happening? And I got the political bullshit as answer, but ultimately it's like, it comes down to money. It comes down to they don't actually want to fight each other. They're just, gauging whatever the fuck it is.
I
hate that shit, bro.
That fucking answer, I fucking hate.
I hate it too.
Because I just don't buy that. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? The two of the greatest fucking boxers of this generation are afraid of each other. Right. They're collectively, not just one of them's afraid, but man, get the fuck out of here. The one thing I don't buy at all is that them motherfuckers don't want to box each other. Yeah. I would bet my left fucking testicle that they want to box each other. It's the biggest payday of their fucking careers. 100%. It's going to be the most credit ever. Whoever, if they actually line up that fight, whoever wins that fight is the man with a 100%. Fucking capital M. You've been training your whole life to be this dude. Now there's this one other dude who can possibly claim he's that dude. You're telling me they don't want to fight each other? Man, get the fuck out of here. It might be money. It might be this. It might be that. It's not those two guys. I just don't buy that, man. Those dudes are not
the promoters.
Afraid.
Yeah, it's the promoters, bro.
The managers, maybe the managers are in their ear like, yo, the money ain't this, the money ain't that. Whatever. But it's not them two fucking dudes not wanting to fight each other, bro. I promise you that.
100%. My boy Feldman MMA on Twitter. Kayla wanted nothing more than to fight a fighter with a big name such as Cyborg, rather than a girl she had already beat twice. The PFL fumbled when it came to signing a big name for Kayla to fight. Definitely agree would have been much better to get KO by Cyborg than the L last night.
And let me tell you something. The PFL, make no fucking mistake about it. Get your motherfucking phones out and record this and put it wherever you want to put it, goddammit. The PFL will go the way of the dodo bird. And for all you little young cocksuckers that don't know where the dodo bird's at, that motherfucker's extinct. It used to be roaming around somewhere out in North Dakota or Canada or some shit. The dodo bird's funny ass is gone, Jack. That's what wherever the fuck Pride went to, and goddammit, Elite XC, motherfucking Strike Force, Affliction. PFL's going right there. The reality is, man, as much as it pains me to admit it, you know what? Fuck, everyone ain't paying me to admit it. I don't give a fuck. The truth is, you got to play ball at the UFC. You either Bellator or you can do business in another country, a la what's the Mexican cats?
Garcia?
No. The Mexican MMA organization.
Combate.
Combate. You can do that and sort of run your joint. You know what I mean? But you cannot hold events. Man, the UFC is like the motherfucking mob, the Bloods, the Crips, the Triad, all in one when it comes to You do not do MMA business in America without their fucking blessing. And Bellator, y'all on thin ice. I know y'all spending a lot of money. Y'all just got that Viacom money. Y'all like, you know what I mean? Like y'all granddaddy's so goddamn rich, he just letting y'all play in the sandbox. But the truth is, y'all ain't making no money either. But PFL, bro, y'all might as well just who we got on Fight Pass? Legacy. Who are the cats that play ball with the UFC? And they're just like, fine, fuck it, take our champions. At least y'all allow us to get money and survive. Real talk, bro. It's better to be a feeder league to the UFC than to just waste 300 million and eventually end up shutting the doors on the thing. Like if the PFL does go out of business in 6 months or a year and a half, what was it all for? For what? To be another fucking twat that wasted 250 fucking million. You know how many fucking broke motherfuckers there are in America? You dumb cunts still out there just burning cash on fucking MMA organizations. Have you fucking morons not seen the writing on the wall? It's not going to work. Again, even Bellator, which apparently got the deepest pockets in the game, they're not getting anywhere. They ain't making no leeway on the UFC, bro. They gonna give us something to do if the UFC's out of town. They are an ugly fat side chick that I will fuck if I'm extremely fucking horny and a little boozed up. But make no mistake about it, I ain't taking them hoes out to eat nowhere. They can't come out and hang out with the friends. I'm not bragging upon them. They're fucking disgusting, and I'm ashamed to be a fucking fan of theirs. I mean, let's just fucking be completely fucking transparent about this.
Oh shit, boy. Oh shit, where's the rest of them? Kayla Harrison has plenty of chance to sign with you onto USC. Yeah, but look, I was with her saying the PFL. I was supposed to be a guaranteed mill for her. She did it twice in a row, and then she just lost the last one. She got paid, but still.
How many millions can you make? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, at a certain point, bro, you better get your funny ass in that other 3-letter organization.
Harrison for Nunes was right there for the making. Nunes would have fucked her up. Imagine the blowout though, bro. Nunes is another step up, 100%. Yeah, but the undefeated streak ending to Nunes would make more sense than a Pacheco. Like same thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's the Conor comparison. Conor might have lost, but it was chasing fucking great heights. What the fuck?
Diaz, Poirier, Nurmagomedov, 3 of the best to ever do it.
And fucking Floyd Mayweather.
And Floyd, the best
for the fucking stars. Exactly, man. That's why you do fight Amanda. Yeah, so what? Amanda Nunes knocked me out. She's the fucking living, breathing goat.
Nunes.
I'd fight if I was a fighter. I'd fight John Jones tomorrow because you know what I got to lose? Nothing. If John comes out and trounces me, it's John fucking Jones. So what? He trounces me. He trounces every goddamn body. I'll fight that much. I ain't got nothing to lose. Fuck it. Yeah. And if I win, God forbid I win, I'm the fucking king of kings. Like, this is silly. Why not?
Exactly. You take the risk, and high risk, high reward. Or high risk, high reward, but still. All right. Let's see what else we got here on this before we go on to fight announcements. Fedor versus Frank would have been a must-see. Funny enough, you know what we're getting for Fedor's retirement? We're getting Fedor Ryan Bader. That's what Fedor's retirement fight is going to be. Which, you know, Ryan Bader already knocked him out, so hopefully Bader gets some get back, or Fedor gets some get back. In boxing, Joshua versus Deontay Wilder was perfect fight to make, and it still could be.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're doing Wilder, Andy Reid instead, I think.
Yeah. I will give heavyweight boxing a little credit though. They did Tyson, and Deontay 3 times. You know, I you got to give a little credit, but yeah, you're right that there's still some big fights, and they might still make that. It's not too late for that fight yet, to be completely fair. They took in some L's, but at least they're like still right there, sort of by each other. It could happen.
We could say they're on the same level, honestly.
Yeah, still, and they're not like too old or too washed up. Like, I think that's still a fantastic fight.
Both still in their prime, man. They're still right there. Frederick says, where does PFL's money come from? $6 million last night. They got Wiz Khalifa as an investor. Wiz Khalifa performed before the fight started in the main card. That's a sign to me of just desperation, but that's just personal.
Bro, I swear to God, if I ever find my high school guidance counselor, I'm kicking his ass. If I would have ever known that there was, bro, Big Daddy would be so rich right now. If I just would have known, man, it's some sneaky ass. And you know what? I ain't Kanye West. What they gonna do? Pull us down? It's some sneaky ass, slick ass Jewish motherfuckers out there just getting paid. Getting paid. Because, I mean, all bullshit aside, all that money being dumped in the PFL is a fucking waste. Do these motherfuckers not got managers and business advisors to be like, hey, check this out. We did the research doing this whole MMA thing. Come to find out, every person that's ever tried it has lost money and then got bought by this big conglomerate called the UFC. We think y'all heard of them. They on ESPN and shit. Why in the fuck would you try? It's one thing if you try to go the bare knuckle route. You understand me? Or you pull some Eddie Bravo shit. Like if you try to do something different, that's one thing. Motherfucker, if you call yourself trying to go heads up with the UFC on television in America, man, are y'all out your fucking minds?
Look, Kevin Hart is one of them.
Kevin, baby, you could have fucked around, made some money with Daddy Fred selling weed in Ohio. Like they about to legalize that shit. You could have fucked around, made some money here, Jack. Like you fuck. I mean, y'all are burning money that ain't there. Ain't a God in heaven if the PFL ever works. It might take 6 months, it might take 2 years, but it is bound to fail. There is no way on earth that shit ever gains enough traction. And let's just keep this as being MMA is not that popular. We got the UFC who was flooding our fucking TV. And then when that ain't enough, we got Bellator sneaking in. PFL, baby girl, we ain't got no time for you.
Here's the thing about MMA. If people think that MMA, the sport, is called UFC, that's how big the UFC is. So when you go, oh, you watch MMA? What do you mean? UFC. Go, oh yeah, I watch UFC, and I'm like, but it's MMA. What do you mean? Like I've explained that shit to people before. I'm like, oh god, all right.
And bro, the PFL got some motherfucking balls on them, Jack. I gotta hand it to them. This was a pay-per-view they did.
I'm telling you, that main event was not the one. Dude, I'll tell you what. This was them in my thing. And I'm hoping I'm wrong because I don't want to see them go away because there's a lot of good fights in that shit. And I like that fighters get paid there. But or at least they make it to the final and they win. But man, they put their they went all in, I think. I think all their chips are all in on this shit, hoping it works. And they pulled the Bellator as far as telling people about it, promoting it, because no one fucking knew that it was pay-per-view until recently. And even when it came out, the pay-per-view, everyone was like, I'm not paying for that. Bro. And then it was $50 on top of that. Look, I think the move would have been 50, say it's $50. I get $50 pay-per-view. Cool. No one's gonna buy it. And then Black Friday comes around. It's events on a Friday. Friday morning, Black Friday, Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. Go out there and be like, look, man, we're gonna do a Black Friday special, $30. I think people buy the shit out of that. That'd have been the move.
I mean, that's better than 50. Real talk, I wouldn't have paid $15 for this shit. I mean, let's just let's keep it a bean here. Most of us don't pay for the UFC. We illegally stream. It's way too easy. Why in the fuck would anybody pay for this? I mean, this was a horrible. Look, bro, you can look at the UFC's pay-per-view numbers this year and tell that they're down. John Jones didn't fight this year. Conor McGregor didn't fight this year. I don't know what the biggest event of the year was, but fuck, it might have been Izzy versus Pereira, which is to say, not fucking great. Nothing cracked 1 million this year. That's with the best of the best being promoted by the best with a whole bunch of other best in there. Yep. If them motherfuckers ain't breaking 750 this year, PFL, boy, who in the fuck is in control over there? Are y'all motherfuckers smoking crack and doing DMT? Y'all watch too many Joe Rogan episodes? Y'all did some DMT and thought, we'll just pay-per-view this bitch. We'll charge y'all $49.99. I mean, like, all joking aside, what in the fuck are y'all thinking? Pay-per-view is dying for people like Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Them motherfuckers are having to get creative on how they sell pay-per-views. Y'all thought y'all were going to sell pay-per-views with motherfucking Kayla Harrison? Bro, Joe Blow Dickhead don't know who the fuck that is. Like, at all. My friends don't know who. That bitch lives 30 minutes away. And don't nobody. I don't know nobody who knows who Kayla Harrison is.
Ain't no one
alone would pay $50 to watch her fight, man. This was a horrible idea. And I get that if you were going to say, well, Fred, eventually you got to do something. We got to make money. Well, shut your fucking doors. Stop wasting money. You're wasting your time. You ain't trying to put a product that motherfuckers ain't tuning in for anyways behind a paywall is fucking stupid. That would be like us trying to make a Patreon for this show.
Yeah, right now.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
We ain't got motherfuckers beating down the door to watch this show now. Why the fuck would we like, yo, the 6 of y'all that watch it, we gonna need $5 a piece. We'll go straight to the nose, buddy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was I really don't know again, I guess at a certain point you got to try to make some money with this product that you've been cultivating.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what they thought they was going to actually do with a pay-per-view. And I mean, again, all due respect to Kayla Harrison, she is not a pay-per-view draw, man. What the fuck are y'all doing, man?
She's on something, bro. All right. $20 pay-per-view should be standard. Yeah. They should change the model. We've been talking about the WWE Network model forever, and they should do it. They're not going to. Who knows? And they're not going to. They just I don't know how the fuck they're making money these days, but they're making a ton. All right. Couple fight announcements from Otis here. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann for February 25th. Ryan Spann coming up a massive knockout. Highlight real shit of Dominic Reyes. And then this fight's pretty interesting. Anthony Smith versus Jamal Hill, March 11th. That's a big fight. Main event, I believe. Main event. And I'm going to say the Apex.
I like that.
Oh, great fight. Now, piggybacking off of that, Connie Mack's upset with Anthony Smith.
Who?
Conor McGregor. Upset with Anthony Smith because Anthony Smith insinuated that McGregor's doing steroids. I think everyone's been insinuating. I think everybody's been insinuating that McGregor's doing steroids. Now, here's the thing that I'm saying, and people are getting upset at me, but here's my point. Okay. If Conor McGregor is using something to heal up from that broken ass leg, one, I get it, right? But isn't it on USADA to fucking be on his ass about it? Isn't it on them to keep him in check? He's been tested so many times while he's in competition. It's crazy. But Anthony Smith was saying like, oh, he's healed up really like ridiculously fast. Weidman's still having trouble. Fucking I forgot who else that broke the leg is having trouble. But Weidman's still having trouble. He broke his leg fucking 8 years ago. He's still having trouble. Conor McGregor came and healed up real fast, and now he's looking jacked as shit. And McGregor got upset at him, went and called him a loser, a bunch of stuff, which I think, my opinion, you come out and call the guy that said they should a loser instead of just proving him wrong or whatever, or just like not saying shit. To me, you take an L, but Conor McGregor don't shut up for nobody.
Listen, no, it ain't just some shit to make his leg heal. His arms is bigger than my fucking hog.
Oh, he's definitely on some shit.
He's on fucking, there's no doubt about it. But here's the
I don't blame him.
Here's the reality. As the great fucking, I always fuck this up. Is it Nick or Nate? As the great fucking Diaz brothers told you goofy hoes a long time ago, everybody's on fucking steroids. It was a funny soundbite, but the cute cocksuckers weren't lying.
Right.
90% of these motherfuckers in this game and in sports in general are on some sort of steroid. Now, here's the fucking good news for that, though. Trivia question for all you cute cunts out there. How many fucking UFC titles at the fucking world elite level did Vitor Belfort win? And let's just say in his second run in the UFC. Not that bullshit with Randy Couture and the slit eyelid and all that horse shit when he was fucking 19. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm talking about when Vitor Belfort was motherfucking TRT Vitor. When he was legally cheating and steroided out of his mind. How many world titles did he win? Now, I could be wrong about this because I smoke a lot of dope, but I'm pretty sure the answer is fucking zilch. 0. He did fight for a couple. I think he lost to John Jones, and he definitely had that famous knockout to Anderson Silva, where Anderson Thunder kicked him in the fucking chin. To be fair, I picked Vitor going into that fight. I thought Vitor was going to win. But damn what I thought. Anderson won the fight. I say all that to say, at the end of the day, bro, this ain't baseball. All due respect to fucking Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and those cheating cocksuckers over there. Steroids does not guarantee you a winner in MMA. It may help with certain things and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, John Jones is not the fucking living, breathing GOAT because he fucking got caught was on steroids. Let's just say he was. That's not why he was able to fucking choke Machida unconscious. That's not why he was able to come out and throw a flying knee against the young, primed up fucking Shogun. Prime might be a fucking a loose term there for Shogun. I get it. But you understand my point. Steroids don't make you this is the fight game. They might maybe give you a slight edge here and there, but it's not like you're coming out fucking whacked out on methamphetamines with titanium fucking bolts in your knees and shit. Like, I just don't think it fucking really matters that much at the end of the fucking day. Is he on steroids? Probably. Look at his fucking arms. I mean, look at the fucking massive. He's fucking massive. What the fuck? Probably. But that could very well work against him more than it works for him. one could argue, if you're a fan of Conor McGregor's, as I am, that he was at his best when he was on his Bruce Lee shit. After the Max Holloway fight, when
Yeah.
he fucked up his knee, he
Yeah.
couldn't fight for about a year or 9
Mhm.
months. I remember he came back on Ariel Helwani's show, and a lot of motherfuckers only remember Conor McGregor for that mouth and all the boisterous bullshit. But I tell you what, man, one of the things that really made me a big fan of Conor McGregor's was his attention to detail within the sport in the beginning of his career. When he came back, he was coming back for the fight, whoever the fuck he came back for his fight after the injury. But Ariel was
Mhm.
talking to him, about what he's been doing and how is he getting ready. And I remember at the time Connor was talking about, just reading books on the human anatomy and stretching and just doing everything he could possibly do that he didn't need his knee to
Yeah.
understand combat and how the human body works better. What the fuck? So like I think that a lot of people fucking sort of downplay how incredible of a fucking martial artist he is. The steroids would not be the thing that necessarily fucking put him over. That's still a lot of fucking work. What the fuck?
100%. No, look, again, I'm not blaming Connor for this shit. If you said it's not on him about it, what are you gonna do?
Well, and there's that too.
Um,
Just test the cocksucker.
yeah, exactly. Test him. Maybe if you're worried he's on steroids, test him. But out of the pool, whatever. That's how that works. So apparently he's gonna have 2 tests and then come back, sign a fight. Great, cool. Look, we need Conor McGregor back in this shit. Just at least have some fun with it. And honestly, again, people think I'm a hater because I'm a Nate Diaz fan. I'm not. I like Conor. I like when he fights. I'm done with his rehearsed ass lines and shit. But I love when he fights. He's fun to fucking watch fight. Even against Habib. I'll watch him fight anybody. I don't give a fuck. So, but and as far as baseball goes, just real quick. All right, cool. I will agree to keep Barry Bonds, McGuire, and Sosa out of the Hall of Fame when you take out everybody that got in the Hall of Fame before they let black people and Latinos and minorities in baseball. When you do that shit, cool.
So, complete side note, we don't got
Yeah.
no fights and shit, so we're not necessarily on a complete schedule with the show
Right.
tonight. Made me think of you talking about the baseball shit, made me think
Yeah.
of Pete Rose, which made me think of James Krause. Did you hear the shit that happened with
Bro,
James Krause? What's
I
your
forgot all
opinion
about
on
that.
that?
Dude, so
So set it up.
sorry, I said no one knows, and Otis is probably gonna know a lot more than what the fuck. Sorry, Frederick goes clean shaven. Connor is weirder than Habib talking about sexual relations. He looks so weird. Yeah, he looks chunky too because he's big as shit. Yeah, Diego Brandao after Max. I remember that fight.
That's what it
Brandao came
was.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Brandao
yeah,
was
yeah.
tiny and got beat the fuck up in Dublin. I think. But okay, so James Krause. If you guys remember whose fight was it that he came in hurt, lost, and they started investigating the fuck out of the fight because of betting. If you don't know, James Krause is big on was big on like Discord and all this shit, giving out picks and getting paid to give picks and all this stuff. He's a coach. He's got a high level stable of fighters. He's got a lot of fighters. Like I've been calling him for the last 2, 3, 4 years the hardest working coach in MMA. Him and Eric from Extreme Couture in Vegas, but he was at one of the hardest working ones. He's always at a UFC event, always at every event. So now, I forgot who he's supposed to corner, but he has had his credential, whatever you want to call it, taken away from by the UFC. This guy is so toxic with it. It's crazy. And now he's taken down his Discord. He's taken down his podcast at 1% something or other. All that shit's gone. To me, I would love to. I hate to say that to me, it sounds like an admission of guilt. But it looks really fucking bad. And honestly, I haven't had a chance to wrap my mind around it. What do you think of it? Because to me, that shit was wild.
What do you mean by guilt? Do you mean that he's throwing the fights for his bets? Because I
Oh,
think
no.
he's definitely guilty of betting on the fucking fights. I don't even think that's up for debate. Like
Right.
I think he is his problem, in my opinion,
Miles
is
Johns, thank you.
is his arrogance. To think that he could just keep saying this and then eventually somebody wasn't going to be like, yo, homeboy, ew, you can't. Even if I understand what you're saying on his perspective, if he's like, listen, these are my fighters, I'm coaching them, I got a lot of faith in them. if I want to bet 10,000 he's going to win, what's the problem? I'm not betting that he's going to lose. Now, if I start betting that my guys are going to lose, we might have a little bit of problem. But all that being said, motherfucker, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be associated with a sport. And this is not fucking, all due respect to bare knuckle fucking boxing. This is goddamn it, high level MMA. Whether it's Bellator, ONE FC, PFL, UFC, whatever the fuck, it's high level MMA. You can't be fucking coaching guys and then betting on them and shit like that. And again, here's the problem, right? It was total arrogance, bro. Have your fucking wife start a goddamn online thing and then just be like, yo, baby, put down $3,000 on so and so.
That's it.
Like, oh, you trying to do it yourself and then promoting it as such was just the sort of arrogant, fucking stupid thing to do. Like, again, I even sort of see his moral standpoint. Again, it's like, yo, this is my guy. I got a lot of confidence. I'm betting he's going to win. What's the problem? We win, I win, or we lose, I lose. Like, but that, as understandable as a fucking shit rat like me might be with that, James, the fucking commissions are not as understanding. And I do understand why. Because if I go, okay, that works for me, boom, boom, boom. But then we lose track of James. James has got a little event down in fucking South Dakota, Fargo, or whatever the fuck, and we don't got a track of him.
Yeah.
And James bets a hot 100 bands on his guy losing, but we ain't paying attention. You know what I mean? Because it's not a UFC card. So I also understand why, in the grand scheme of things, they can't let that happen. Like, as cute as that is, bro, that sets a horrible precedent, which means we got to tell all y'all monkey asses, no. If you're remotely involved with a sport, motherfucker, go bet on soccer.
Yeah.
World Cup going on right now. Where you from? Hungary, fucking America, wherever you from. Motherfucker, go put you a couple bands on some fucking soccer team or your favorite football team or whatever the fuck. But you do not get to bet on MMA, the one motherfucking sport that you were directly related to, homeboy. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. So it was the Derek Minner fight back in, damn, I forgot exactly when, but it was Derek Minner fight. Derek Minner went in there and he was fighting some Shailan, fucking ridiculous last name. If I remember, I don't remember his last name, but it's ridiculous. I remember. That's how I remember the name. He was like Shailan was a minus 200 or 2 something favorite, and it shot to like minus 500 fucking immediately, right? So there's a company that investigates irregularities on betting at I forget the name of it, but they caught the movement. They notified sports books and all that. Shailen went in and won by a first round knockout because Derek Minner's knee was fucked. He's been injured. Like, you saw him move in there. He looked fucked up. He was injured. He lost. And then the betting probe came in, right? So UFC Vegas 65, Cross is supposed to corner Miles Johns, as Otis said. Miles Johns apparently said that the night before the event, they were out at dinner, and the UFC let Krause know that he was not being formally suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission or the UFC, but that he was not going to be allowed to corner Miles Johns because of the ongoing investigation into James Krause. Then he goes on and pulls his 1% show. He pulls his Discord, all that. So it's just a whole mess that nobody really has like the full story other than James Krause, really. And it's going to be interesting. Now, as far as him being arrogant, 100% agree. But if he nailed that one shit. What's her name? Who does some of the commentary analysis? I was thinking of a blonde chick, beautiful.
Laura Sanko.
Sanko. He got with Sanko. He deserves to be fucking arrogant. God damn, boy. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on the story because it's really interesting to see how it's gonna go. Listen, and if it turns out that he was doing some crazy shit, boy.
Listen, motherfucking crazy. 2 words, Jack, 1 name. Pete Rose. Sit your ass down right quick before you fuck around and get yourself banned from the sport that you low-key sort of helped build. You've been a pioneer for this shit. So, sit your ass down, bro. You can't do that. So,
so how many times did someone fall out of a fight? James Krause was coaching somebody to corner somebody, and they're like, "Hey, James, you want to fight?" He goes, "Listen, yeah, give me some shorts."
He's a very, very talented fighter who competed.
Great coach.
who competed in the UFC at a high level and went on to become an even better coach. He's a great guy. Listen, I shouldn't say great guy. He's a great name in the sport. He's done a lot of good things for the sport. This will fuck around and ruin you, bro. Stop fucking with this. Again, just have a homeboy, have your dad, your mom, your old lady. There's got to be somebody in your life you trust with a little money to take your bet. You whisper to the old lady at the end of the night if you throw her a stabbing. Hey, baby, fucking whip your fucking iPad out and go bet fucking 10 bands on this young cat I got that's fighting in fucking Brazil or the like.
Bro, before they started legalizing gambling, all these states and shit, everyone had a friend in Vegas.
But yeah, well, right, exactly. Like it's come on, man, just use your head a little. Like if I'm James Cross, I'm like, all right, like, check this out, check this out, baby. I was just playing. I ain't betting on nobody. I ain't gonna do no bullshit like that. I might have fucked around, did it once, twice in the past, but I ain't never gonna do no shit like that again. I understand. I will never do that again, baby. You see that little DraftKings thing right there? Go right there. Pull that bullshit on your phone right quick.
Do it, son. Shit. What up? Daniel says, "What's up? Doing my best to hear you guys. I'm at a bar watching Notre Dame game.
Oh,
yeah, man, they're losing 17-7 right now to USC, but yeah, we'll see. Notre Dame. I make fun of Notre Dame all the time because Daniel's a fan, but yeah, no, they might come back. All right. We got maybe 15 minutes or so. So, oh man, what else were we gonna talk about? I'm fucking spacing, bro. UFC next weekend is UFC Orlando. Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Brian Barberena against RDA. Solid card. Taito Ivasa against Sergey Pavlovich. So solid fucking card. We'll definitely talk about that next week on Friday. When we do the show. What else is there? Did you see just on some unrelated ass shit? Because I know you wear Yeezys and shit. I don't know if you keep up on with Kanye, but Kanye losing his fucking mind.
Oh yeah,
tripping, bro. Because he came out. I saw a video today where he said he was mad at Elon Musk for not unbanning Alex Jones because Elon unbanned Trump, which whatever. Honestly, I was excited for that because Trump was super entertaining on Twitter because you just knew at 1, 2 in the morning that fucking orange old fart was up fucking tweeting like a fucking psycho, and I was ready for it in the morning because it's always hilarious. I never not laughed at him. But Kanye mad because he didn't unban Alex Jones, and he said it's because Alex Jones is a Christian. He says Alex Jones is a Christian. He should unban him because he's a Christian. Some shit like that. And I'm sitting here going like, bitch, didn't Alex Jones say that all those kids getting murdered in that school was a lie and bullshit and they were actors and it turns out he's full of shit? I think that's enough to keep that motherfucker out.
Yeah,
personally.
Listen, yeah, I don't know about the whole Alex Jones thing. Kanye probably should chill that. Alex Jones is fucked in the head. And yeah, listen, this will be somewhat relatable with the Kanye thing because we'll get into it just quickly a little bit, but I think certain things should be off limits for you to discuss and sort of give your opinions on. Now, I think those things are very select few things that I feel like that about, but a bunch of motherfucking kids getting shot up and killed is one of the very few things I think you probably shouldn't run your fucking mouth about. If you're a skeptic and you're one of these people, and like, let's just all keep it a beat here. At best, Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. But if on your best day, you're a conspiracy theorist, meaning half the shit you believe is probably wrong by proxy because you are a conspiracy theorist. You ain't a fucking scientist. You should probably leave opinions about people's dead babies in mass quantities to your fucking self. Talk about the lizard people and goddamn it, all the other wild horse shit that you want to talk about. For them real. Fucking creating chimeras, all the wild, like do all that. That's entertaining.
Yeah.
The one thing you probably shouldn't talk about is shit like that. So, yeah, I'm all right with Alex Jones getting banned. Sorry, bro. I do understand the need for free speech on the internet and the whole thing. And, but like, it's, again, he crossed one of the very few lines that I have. Sorry, it is what it is. I ain't saying that he shouldn't be able to still have some sort of platform somewhere, but I ain't mad with him being banned on Twitter. Now, that being said, Kanye is definitely mentally ill. Now, I'm not saying that to be funny or disparaging.
No, it's legit.
I just think that he definitely has some issues. I don't know what the fuck they are. I ain't no goddamn doctor or no bullshit like that. Now, all that being said, he's not fucking stupid. And some of the shit that he be saying rings true. Kanye West is a lot like Alex Jones in a weird way, because Alex Jones, for all the dumb, stupid shit he says, has actually been right about a couple things throughout his fucking wild, goofy ass career. Kanye West says a lot of dumb shit, but it is littered in with some truths. He said a bunch of wild shit about Jewish people that was fucked. And that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't really disparage any group of people like that.
Sure.
That being said, some of the shit he said wasn't exactly the biggest lie in the world.
Okay.
If you want to talk about Jewish people having their way with young black folks and young white folks and young poor folks in general getting into the music and entertainment industry, you wouldn't exactly be wrong. And quite frankly, Kanye West is not the first motherfucker to beat this drum.
Oh, a lot of them
Jews are literally known for being rich and cheap. That's the ongoing joke. Like, Chinese folks can't drive and black guys got big dicks. That's the common joke.
Jesus.
I mean, it is what it fucking is. Like, I don't make this shit up. Like, that's what everybody say about Jewish folks. It was an episode of The Sopranos where the old Jew in The Sopranos owed some little young black motherfucker some money about some record industry shit from like 40 years ago. It was the premise of an episode on The Sopranos. So to be like, oh, Kanye West is just wild and saying some weird shit, like, he's sort of just saying what motherfuckers been alluding to for a long time. He's just being hella aggressive about it and doing it in a very Kanye-esque way, where he is not like pulling any punches, and he, you know what I mean, didn't take his Ritalin that day, went and did a podcast and was like, I want to tell little Jewish babies they owe me some money. Like, like, holy shit. All right, relax, Kanye, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's tripping. He's tripping as fuck. Man, I love you guys. Thanks for doing the show. I try to make it every time, and I know I don't always make it. I appreciate it coming on, Freddie.
Appreciate you, sure, brother.
Yeah, I don't even pretend to understand how the music industry works. That works with Jewish people and everything. I have too much shit going on to like really study and pay attention to everything. But it was like, I was just hearing him talk about it and hearing like Kyrie Irving talk about it. I'm just like, y'all really getting aggressive, but you going. It's like, if a story is like a mountain, right? They're jumping on it from the tip. They're not building from the bottom and they're building it up. Like, this is what I mean when I say this. They're going, this is what I'm saying. No one understands it because no one knows it. Just like I don't know it. I don't know the history of it. I don't know how that shit works at all. So I'm sitting here when I hear it, I'm just like, this anti-Semitic motherfucker saying some crazy shit. But I don't know the history of it.
To be fair,
yeah,
you've never heard the Jewish folks be fucking young black motherfuckers over in music. Like, you've never heard that. Like,
I shit you not.
Really?
I don't. Okay. I don't pay attention, bro. I really don't.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's like saying they control shit. I don't even know where I've heard that narrative, but I have always heard the narrative that like Hollywood is ran by Jews. You know what I mean? And they be fucking people over, and like young black rapper like that. If you follow up a record label, it's always a Jew at the top. Now, I don't even know that to be a fact. That's this is what I'm saying. This is just sort of, in my world, that was always the general perspective. It's like, it wasn't a black man that owns this shit. Like Master P in the 90s, he making a bunch of money. He owns No Limit Records, right? Cute. Who owns No Limit Records though? Like, there's probably some Jewish fucking guy that owns the label that owns that label. You know what I mean? Like, there's always, you can always, yeah. And so like, on the baby, Lil Baby, Jay-Z, like, and maybe Jay-Z, I might be getting a little cute now because Jay-Z is the outlier because he has become the guy that actually owns title.
He's the business.
He's like he's the first black guy that's now playing the Jew card for the rest of these black motherfuckers. Originally, it was like white Jews at the top of them pyramids.
Yeah.
That, you know, still got the rights to fucking sipping on gin and juice. Like, the idea is that it's some 90-year-old motherfucker named Chachma that's still getting those fucking nickels on those fucking songs from all those like late fucking 90s rap songs. I'm just saying, like, that was the general perspective. It wasn't some old black dude named Tito that owned the fucking whole kit and caboodle. And again, I'm a goofy ass white boy from the fucking Midwest. Maybe that's not the way it actually is, but it's like that was always sort of what I thought it to be Like it was always sort of the whispers, you know what I mean? Like Pac and
I got
Biggie
you.
make a lot of money, but it's some Jewish white dude that own the label that owns them,
So,
basically. Like if they're making $1 billion on their likeness, they ain't making that billion. Who making all the money? It's the Jews.
okay, so okay, so now I get what you're saying. Yeah, like I honestly I did not know any of that shit. All I knew was like people complaining about record labels being cheap and being pieces of shit. Like like Ice Cube smashing up fucking was it Capitol Record, whatever it was back in the day, all that kind of stuff.
Well, even when you think about it, like even like with like movies and films,
Mm.
Ari Emanuel, the
I
dude that ended
remember.
up buying the UFC, that owns all this like movie quality property shit, the dude from Entourage,
Mm. Yeah.
he's a Jew.
Now,
He's a Jew.
are why does it feel like some people? Okay, why does it feel like some people are attacking them for it though? Like attacking Jewish people for it.
Well, I guess the idea would be if you are, uh, again, maybe not even necessarily just like a
Mm-hmm.
black man or somebody from the rap or urban fucking landscape, is
Yeah.
that they've been fucking us over. They're signing young black boys to contracts that they shouldn't be signing,
Mm.
and basically signing these horrible deals. Oh, you're young and from the hood, you ain't got shit. Uh, here's 50 grand. We about to
Mm.
generate 300 million off of you. And we're gonna have you sign this
That's
you
crazy.
ain't got a lawyer. This is Hakma.
Oh, dude.
We're gonna give you this lawyer, and check this out. We gonna give him to you. You ain't gonna pay nothing. We gonna give him to you. So then the Jewish lawyer come in again. I'm in my conspiracy bag at this point, but I think this is sort of the vibe. You know what I
Mm.
mean? A young Ti, a young Jeezy, a
I
young
got
Gucci
you.
man. These guys come in. An old Jew prick throws him a little bit of money, starts making tons of money, sends him another Jew prick who fucking, and then all of a sudden, Ice-T has generated fucking $500 million and he's worth 30 million. Well, where the fuck did all the rest of that money go? Apparently, a bunch of fucking Jews are divvying it up on fucking,
Mm.
Hanukkah or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'd have to read up on that shit. Now I don't got time for that, but that's interesting as fuck because it just seems like there's a lot of like attacks in the Jewish community right now. As far as that goes, not actual like I mean, there's some weird shit going on, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Not
and
that I paid
again,
attention to, not that I paid attention to either.
and so all that being said, though,
Yeah,
that's just the game.
that's the game.
That's the game. That's fucked up. And you can say, damn, Jews are greedy or sneaky. But if we're being honest, I guess they ain't breaking the law. So now we'll see. You have a Jay-Z there. You have Ice-T. You have Russell Simmons. You have black men and women that are going to have a lot of money and power. You're going to have some European white folks that got a lot of money and power. Let's see what they do with that. Let's see if they give the money back or if they sign artists to better deals or if they distribute the wealth a little more equally amongst the talent or whatever the fuck. I mean,
We'll see.
truthfully,
Shit.
probably not. I ain't hating on the Jews. The Jews probably did the same thing. What's the old saying? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's probably like that with everybody. The Jews were just the first ones to get there. You know what I mean?
That's just the business model, and everyone follows it, regardless of background and shit. At this point,
Right.
so,
Like I ain't even really mad at them.
yeah,
Um,
like
about a long time ago, they figured out it was going to be a fuckload of money in entertainment. They
yeah,
figured out that again, the shit that my guidance counselor didn't teach me, that you could just get around a bunch of motherfuckers with talent and money and sort of slime your way in and just make some shit happen. The fucking Jews in the 20s and 30s figured that out, man. They got on top of record industries, they got on top of movies and just
mm,
entertainment. They put fucking themselves in positions of power and entertainment, and they
mm,
realized a long fucking time ago that a lot of money is going to flow through entertainment
shit,
between movies and music. You're talking billions and motherfucker. You can sell all the oil you want to sell. If we got the next Michael Jackson, and then we got the next little
yeah,
baby, and we got the next motherfucking Home Alone, we gonna be printing money till the end of time. Motherfuckers always gonna watch movies and need music and shit like that. Like that's always going. We always gonna need entertainment. So
there
it
you
is what
go.
it is.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, dude. That's the
Yeah,
game.
for real, for real. I mean, are they fucking greedy, sneaky pricks? Maybe, maybe. Have they been breaking laws and shit? Maybe a while ago, maybe. But at this point in the game, they ain't breaking no laws, man. They're playing the game hard and tight. They got motherfuckers, lawyers put in positions to make sure that they ain't breaking no laws. You ain't suing them. You know what I mean? Like when you sign away all your likeness rights and they make $1 billion, you can't come back and be like, well, hey, Jack, this is some bullshit. I only got $3 million. Y'all done made fucking. They'll be like, look at the contract, motherfucker. Your dumb ass shouldn't have signed it. Like, yes, it ain't our fault that you was broke and you jumped at 50,000. Sorry, dummy.
Shit, boy. Again, I don't understand most of it, but now I want to read about it. So we'll see what happens. Anything else we want to talk about before we go?
No, that's it. We got our hour in there. We got our little hour.
Sometimes I feel like we should start a podcast to talk about shit that's not like MMA related. Just
because that's always
just
fun.
Shit
it's
like this.
Fun.
Well, it's different, so we always enjoy it. So, all right, that's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back next Friday, hopefully. Shoot the shit with you guys. UFC Orlando, whatever news breaks between now and then. Shout out everyone tuned in. Frederick, Daniel, Otis, everyone tuned in. Appreciate you. If you jumped on the 5-hour stream yesterday, I appreciate the fuck out of you too. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, share it with everybody. Tell everyone to come hang out. I'm probably gonna go have one more beer. I think this is like number 3 or something. I don't know, not much, but I'm gonna end my night with one more. You guys have a wonderful night. We love the fuck out of you guys. At Keyboard Warriors at Keyboard MMA for the show at Gem City Jesus. You see it right there. For Fred, I'm at Elo32. SportsPros.com and represent other sponsors. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. Catch you guys next week. Good night and good night, Wilshire.